I'm going to share with you some things in the following few weeks that I'm super excited about. Hey, welcome to the channel. It's me, Eva, helping you create a sustainable wardrobe you have always wanted. Today, we're talking about fashion transparency, a term used very widely, but what does it actually mean? The reason why transparency is important is so companies can be held accountable for their actions. It is so workers are well treated, which at the moment is not the case a lot of the time, and it is about you, the consumer, knowing the truth. Transparency can be very clear. Transparency can be embellished. It can be frosted, so it's kind of there, but you can't really see through it very well. It can be plain greenwashing, which means that sustainability is used to cover up other things that are going on that are not quite so ethical and sustainable. Now, I did a while ago a video about sustainable fashion and what it involves. So if you haven't seen this, I will put in the description below and I'll also link it somewhere up there. So you will see that sustainability can mean different things. And being transparent and sustainable these days are two things that companies should really thrive to be, but unfortunately a lot of organizations are playing catch up or not at all doing it. Transparency can also be not at all there, and on top of that it can be embellished with pretty slogans, pretty pictures, pretty ads. Don't be fooled. Sometimes transparency does need a little bit of a wash because it gets a little dusty, and this is when things are evaluated and new things are put in place. Now let's face it, sometimes the truth is not as pretty when it's there. Sometimes transparency is not attractive, and putting in a little packaging makes it more attractive. And sometimes it's sugar coated. Sometimes it's about looking at things beyond the surface, a little bit further towards the core. Companies know that you and I don't want to sit and read through pages and pages of transparency statements, or at least most people don't. So what they do is, a lot of the time they have a few sentences on their website that everyone can read and be reassured with, but actually the truth is, when you scroll down through all these pages and you find that actually things may not be quite so rosy. If you want to find out more about transparency and whether your favorite retailer company is doing their bit, you could do this in a few different ways. One of the things that I would suggest is to download the Good On You app if you haven't done so already, because honestly it has got a lot of retailers and organizations that are listed there with a different criteria, and they're very thorough in regards to the different things that sustainability involves. You may be surprised to find that even if a company prides itself as being sustainable, they might actually be not as ethical or sustainable in other ways than the ways that they have listed. Sometimes to keep prices low, things need to give somewhere. Have no illusions about this, and unfortunately it happens a lot. So this app is going to help you. It certainly has helped me make choices as a consumer. Another thing that you can do is to go to the Fashion Revolution website, because they've got an index and up-to-date information about transparency and how companies address the way they do things. So I urge you to go and do that. And they do have courses as well on the Fashion Revolution website that are free and are there to make you the consumer, the customer, more empowered in the choices that you make. Another thing that I would advise is to watch some documentaries and see beyond the surface. Now, it is easier for smaller retailers and smaller companies to be transparent because they still have a personal touch when it comes to communicating with you, the customer, and also because there's less things to worry about. Everyone would normally know everyone. If there are any issues, they can be more easily addressed. Generally, smaller companies are better to buy from in terms of the way they do things, because it will be easier to find out if something is wrong, and therefore they are or tend to be more transparent. And I thought to show you this, I, as currently a sole trader, so I'm my own company if you like, I'm going to share with you some things in the following few weeks that I'm super excited about. And that is, I've decided to create a new collection for my label, because even though I haven't really mentioned on here, I do have a label and I do small runs of collections and projects, and I do it by myself at this point, which I hope one day I could expand and do things in a transparent and sustainable way in every aspect. And so I wanted to show you how I put together a collection and how I make things. So in the weeks to come, I'm putting together a series of creating a collection, and you'll be there every step of the way. I will show exactly how I do things. I'm not going to pretend that some things haven't happened and some things have happened. If something doesn't work out, I will let you know. And during production, making of each garment, I will show you exactly how it is made. If you are interested in following me through this journey, then if you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. You can also catch up on videos I've already created in the past where I'm showing how I make things from scratch and I show the process. I will link them again in the description below, so be sure to have a look. I am looking forward to sharing with you this new collection. I still haven't got any idea what it's going to look like, so it will be new to me as it will be new to you, and I'll be putting episodes out as I do things, so bear with me. But for the sake of transparency, I think it is important that this is done. It is something that I think it is achievable to be done, and I think it's an interesting way to show you things without having a long, hundreds of pages, a long document, which I appreciate big companies should have for legal reasons, but it is more interesting and I thought I'd share it with you. Thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you next time for episode 1, and until next time, stay creative and see you soon.